Hey Nintendo fans, it's Jaywitz here with another Nintendo Top 10. Ever since around a year ago, I made a video about my top 10 favorite Pokemon attacks. Naturally, you guys are asking for the opposite. You want to know my top 10 least favorite. The worst of the worst, the ones that you would never even bother to add onto a Pokemon. So, I decided to enlist the help of a popular Pokemon battler, Shofu, so that we can crack down and get to the top 10 worst Pokemon attacks. Let's check it out.
Number 10.
Frustration. Frustration is at the bottom of this list because technically it's a normal type attack that can deal up to 102 base power. But the reason it's on this list is that there is no reason you should use Frustration over its brother, Return.
Absolutely no reason. Return has 102 base power if you have max happiness, while Frustration has 102 base power if you have 0 happiness. The difference is that happiness is very easy to raise, but decreasing it means you either need to force your Pokemon to get knocked out, or feed it a lot of bitter medicine.
But you know what raises your Pokemon's happiness? Walking. Every 128 steps, your happiness is going up, moving you away from that perfect frustration. Also, do you want to be known as the Pokemon trainer who purposely makes his Pokemon hate you? You monster!
Number 9.
Metronome. I know what you're saying. I get it. Yes, Metronome is my personal favorite attack. But is it good?
No. It forces you into a random pick from almost every attack available, both good or bad. Is it fun? Well, absolutely, it's a blast. But would I ever take it with me into a competitive battle? No.
Number 8.
Bide. You've finally done it. You've grabbed your first Pokemon badge ever. And as your reward, the Rock Gym leader Brock awards you with... Bide? That's not even a rock move. And childhood nostalgia aside, this move is not good.
You see, normally, Bide charges for 2 turns and then hits for twice the damage you took over those turns. But what it really does is make you a sitting duck. You want to sit for 2 turns? That's fine. I'll set up 2 Swords dances, go to the gym, lift some weights, get my oil changed, get my taxes done, go grocery shopping. Or I can just knock you out before your Bide even gets to activate.
Number 7.
Present. Oh, Delibird. I've talked about him before, so this should be no surprise, but Present is just ridiculous. Present is basically a game of chance. 10% of the time, you hit for 120 base power. Very, very strong. 30% of the time, you'll hit for 80, which is solid. 40% of the time, you'll hit for 40, which is bad.
And 20% of the time, that ungodly 20%, you'll do the unthinkable. You'll heal your opponent. 1 in 5 times it's just, oh hey, I'm sorry for hurting you, so here's a potion, so sorry about that. Delibird, please, stop it.
Number 6.
What the heck does Quash even mean?
To reject or void, especially by legal procedure.
Legal procedure? Yeah, that would be a dark type move. Anyways, Quash is a super frustrating move. It only has use in double battles, which is great and all, except for the fact that most of the entire single-player adventure is, well, single battles. Quash forces the target hit by the attack to attack last in the turn.
This move has very little utility overall, even in double battles. It doesn't have any kind of priority status, and it fails if the opponent has already attacked, so it isn't too often you'll be able to successfully use it without wasting your turn. I'm already not super crazy about attacks that only work in double battles, and this is one of the worst of that category.
Number 5.
Synchro Noise. Oh man, now we're getting to some of the real stinkers. Synchro Noise is a psychic type attack that hits for 70 power to all opponents that are the same type as you. It's such a bad move that it's almost unbelievable the 5th generation guys decided to conceive this one. First off, looking at the normal set of Pokemon that can learn this move, we're looking at 3 types of coverage: normal, psychic, and flying. Meaning, if your opponent is any type other than these 3, Synchro Noise won't even touch them. It really is a ludicrous requirement. And for what? Base 70 power?
Hey, wait a second, Jaywitz! Synchro Noise got buffed to 120 base power in Generation 6.
It did?
I think it's the biggest buff a move has ever gotten between generations.
Oh, does that make it good?
Nah, it's definitely still terrible.
Number 4.
Kinesis. Alakazam is one of the most interesting Pokemon in the 1st generation. His design is much more detailed than most other Pokemon of his time, his psychic typing was strong, and he had a huge move pool. But what if I told you that Alakazam's line had a move that no other Pokemon could use? a signature move. You know, like Pikachu's Volt Tackle, Deoxys' Psycho Boost, Arceus' Judgment. Huh, that's funny. I don't remember Alakazam getting a move like that.
Because he got Kinesis, a move that lowers accuracy and only has 80% accuracy itself. Even Sand Attack has 100% accuracy. To this day, only Kadabra and Alakazam can use this horrible move, and with good reason. You know how in the Matrix they say, there is no spoon? I advise just that. Pretend this terrible spoon move never existed.
Number 3.
Bestow. Bestow is just flat out awful. It gives your opponent your held item. There's nothing in it for you, you're just handing over your item to your opponent. Now, considering that held items are usually helpful, this is pretty bad to begin with. Maybe you could give your opponent a toxic orb and poison them, I guess. But there's a catch.
It fails if your opponent has a held item already. Do you know how many Pokemon have a held item in competitive battle? Literally all of them. Every single one. So unless your opponent forgets to put an item on a Pokemon, 99.9% of the time this move is going to fail. Trick or Switcheroo are so much better. You still give your opponent your item, but you also take your opponent.
Number 2.
Constrict. Constrict is a sad, sad attack. And the worst part is, it's so bad, most people don't even realize how horrible it is. It's an attack that mostly Pokemon with tentacles can learn, like Tentacruel, Tangrowth, and Omastar. It sounds pretty intimidating too. Constrict. Makes you think of some horrible monster wrapping its tentacles around its prey to destroy them.
But no, Constrict is the worst damaging move in the game. Its base power is 10, and it has a 10% chance of lowering your opponent's speed. For those of you who don't know everything about base power, here's a frame of reference. Tackle was recently improved to a base power of 50. In the earlier generations, Tackle was still 35. Even at its worst, Tackle, the horrible move that you replace with a TM immediately, is 3 to 5 times stronger than you. Or let's put it this way, you know Bubble, that terrible water type attack you get with Squirtle and then replace with Water Gun as soon as humanly possible? Bubble has a base power of 20, and the same chance to lower speed as Constrict. Constrict is half a Bubble.
Number 1.
So how do you get worse than the worst damaging attack in the game? By dealing no damage at all. Without being splashed, because that's cheating.
Or Celebrate.
Yeah, or Celebrate. But I'm talking about an attack that isn't just completely useless for you, it's also straight up obnoxious. The myth, the legend, Teleport. Teleport as an attack for you is a waste. It lets you escape a battle for free. You know what else does that? The Smoke Ball, but it's an item. This is an attack so bad that a held item replaces it completely.
And let's not even forget to mention trying to catch a Pokemon with Teleport. You finally get that Abra you've been looking for down to low HP. You're ready to catch him and then... What? He's gone! What's with this move? It's bad when you have it and bad when they have it. It's the worst!
Exactly. Teleport is the worst. That's it for today's top 10, but as always, you can click this button right here to subscribe to my channel and get alerts right when my new top 10 videos are coming out. Also, if you click here, you can check out Shofu's channel. He's all about crazy Pokemon battles, both serious and silly, and overall, I find him pretty entertaining. Thanks for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.